Hey guys, Cameron here. Welcome to the game station, and today I figured I'd start something new. So, during the Walking Dead season, I decided to do a recap episode on a few of the bigger episodes in the season. I decided I'd do the same thing for Game of Thrones, and I decided to start with the first kind of big episode, which was Season 6, Episode 2 for the season. So, this is going to have plenty of spoilers. So if you guys have not watched the show, I would suggest don't watch this video. Go away now, go watch the episode, come back, and then continue. So, first things first, the episode started off really well. I liked seeing Bran's vision, even though he looks so fucking different. I honestly didn't even think it didn't even look like the same actor to me. That's how old he's looked. That's how long it's been since you've seen his character on the show. I definitely like getting to see a little bit of Hodor's backstory with, you finding out his real name and, that he wasn't always just saying Hodor all the time, which honestly I think is kind of cool. That's awesome. You got to see, him talking and get to know a little bit more about him. I feel like that's probably going to play into this season a lot with Bran's storyline, seeing a lot of, him casually just getting to see more of his life before he just said Hodor all the time. I feel like it has something to do with the grandmother, the girl that went out and pulled him by his ear. I feel like it has something to do with that. Or maybe magic, maybe witchcraft, something like that. Somebody cast a spell on him or something. I don't know. Next is Castle Black. The whole fight scene where the giant and the wildlings come through. First off, favorite moment of that scene was the giant grabbing the guy who shot him with the crossbow and just smashing him into the wall. Beautifully put. It's just like, boom, right into the wall. It made me miss Skyrim, because honestly, you just get to watch Lydia get hit by a giant and go splat, and it's beautiful. And then Ollie's dumbass I'm going to go attack this guy, and shit. Honestly, I would have loved to just see Ollie go dead, because I hate that little fucking shit. I swear, I hate him more than I hated Joffrey, and that's saying something. Because the people that have watched this show with me or heard what I've said after an episode with Joffrey in it know I hate him a lot. But then again, I've hated that little shit since fucking last season's finale when he put the final knife through Jon. I was like, you little shit. He saved your fucking life. Yeah. Next we have Tommen going to apologize to his mother. I'm just going to go kind of in a random order, you guys. It's not going to be like every single thing that happened in order in the episode. Tommen going and apologizing to his mother after not letting her go see her daughter's funeral, which honestly, I feel kind of sad for Cersei, even though I've never really liked her character. It's like, oh, she didn't get to go see her daughter's funeral. I'm like, that kind of sucks. I was really hoping for Jaime to slice that fucking jackass priest's throat, because honestly, it was like, you're telling the king what to do. Isn't he the boss around here? I'm like, last time I checked, the king is higher than some stupid fucking priest. But no, apparently, if the king wants to go see his wife, that's not allowed, and, he has to deal with it. It kind of annoys me. Then we have the guy who was telling the quote-unquote sex story of him and Cersei, where in reality it didn't really happen. The Frankenstein soldier, who I do have my theories on. I do have my theories on who it might be. Just going up and go to the guy's head. Reminded me of last season when the mountain popped Oberyn's head like a fucking popsicle, which looked amazing, and I loved that entire scene. Even though I loved Oberyn as a character, he was an awesome, awesome character. I really wish he would have stayed. But it was definitely, that's kind of my theory on who the Frankenstein soldier might be, because it does he has the same height and build as the mountain. I can't remember if the mountain ended up dying in the end of last season or not, or somewhere before the finale. But if he did, that's definitely who I think the Frankenstein soldier might be. But if he's not, then I have no idea who it could be. I definitely have more theories, but I kind of have to work through them and try to make sure I can see if this is actually, if they're plausible and it could actually be that person. Okay, next we have Theon, Brienne, Pod, and Sansa. Then deciding that they're going to go up to Castle Black. Theon still blaming himself for everything that happened with Robb and Brandon Rickon and all of that. And then Theon deciding that he's going to go home instead. First off, I don't think Theon should keep blaming himself. He did what he thought it was. He did what he had to do so he wouldn't be killed himself. I hate the fact that he turned on Robb, and I always will. I hated Theon's character for a long time, but he did not deserve what happened to him at the hands of Ramsay and a lot of that stuff. So I feel like he can forgive himself for a lot of things because he's kind of atoned for his punishments, I guess. He's paid for them. He's paid for what he's done. But I definitely like the fact that he's going home. I hope he'll be back. He'll be there in time to possibly become the new king, to sit on the Salt Throne, which honestly kind of makes sense. Because if his sister's probably not going to get that position. So I feel like if he gets the position, it'd probably be a really good way. If he gets there in time, he'll show up, and then they'll be like, okay, you get the throne and all this. Sorry, a lot of talking, trying to get this done with fast. And finally, the big spoiler part. If you guys have not seen the episode, and I'm serious about this, this is the last spoiler warning you're going to get. If you guys have not seen the episode, you turn away now, you pause the video, you watch the episode, then you come back. Because everything else was minor spoilers until this point. Alright, 5, 4. Okay, everybody who has not seen the episode is gone now, hopefully, if you guys are smart. So, the biggest spoiler of this entire episode was Jon Snow's revival, his resurrection, my favorite character, coming back to life. I was so goddamn happy. I was like, okay, I'm like, when they're gonna bring Jon back? I'm like, it's gonna happen. There's no way he's staying dead. It's Jon fucking Snow. They're bringing the last living Stark man who can actually go rule Winterfell back. So, they finally brought him back, and it was a very awesome ending to the episode. They had the Red Witch, Red Woman, whatever the hell you want to call her. You had her come back. You had her not old. You had her looking young. She helped Jon. She clipped some of his hair, which, honestly, I gotta get mine clipped too. I gotta get a haircut, which I'm going to get today. She clipped some of his hair, clipped a little bit of his beard, threw it into a fire, rubbed some, cleaned off all the blood around the stab wounds, but it seemed to not work, so she left. Sir Davros, after a few minutes, he left. Ghost sat up, and I called it before it even happened. I'm like, he's gonna go and come back to life right before the end of the episode, and he did. So my favorite character is officially back. How he's going to treat the traitors that tried to killed him, actually, not tried to kill him, actually killed him before he was brought back, I don't know. I kind of hope, though, that that little shit with the red fucking hair is going to get his fucking throat slit, or at least killed, because I fucking hate that kid. I swear I hate him. And I've actually missed a few points of the episode still. So, going back a bit, we have Ramsay and Ruse Bolton finding out that Ruse's wife had a son. Now, Ramsay obviously looked kind of pissed about this. I did not expect what was going to happen, so another big spoiler is coming up in a second, you guys, when I talk about this. So, everyone said they were proud of Ruse, and Ramsay said, "Congratulations, father," to him, and he said, "You will always be my firstborn." And then, spoiler time, Ramsay stabs him in the stomach, which honestly I loved because I thought it was hilarious. Just like, I'm like, he's going to fucking kill him. I'm like, either Ruse is going to kill Ramsay or Ramsay is going to kill Ruse. And Ramsay stabbed him in the stomach and let him die. Told the maester to send a raven to everyone saying that he was poisoned by his enemies. And then, where I kind of didn't like it, he fed his dad's wife and child to the dogs. Which, I won't deny, I would have fed the wife to the dogs too. But the child, I feel like the kid could have been raised as, instead of it being his brother, his own son. and he could have had his own heir after that. But, you know, Ramsay did what he did. It's too late. And finally, over to the Ironborns. We have the king, Theon's father. His brother comes back and is on the bridge talking to him. And he goes to run up and kill him. Theon's father, not his uncle. And his uncle throws his father over. And then there's a funeral, which honestly their funerals are kind of cool. They like wrap their face in seaweed and put them in like a lobster cage type thing and send them off on a raft. It was awesome. And then you see the whole scene about who is going to run the who's going to sit on the salt throne. And Theon's sister kind of says it's going to be her. Her dad would want that, but that's not the way they work. That's not the law. So next episode, we're probably going to see, I'm hoping Theon's going to be home. I hope he's going to be almost home. I kind of want him to be there in time to become the king, because I feel like that'd be a really good standpoint. You know, you have everyone up at Castle Black go and take Winterfell back and take the North back, and then you have Theon's help because he's over on the Salt Throne now. And I feel like Jon's actually going to become a Stark finally, which is what I'm hoping. He's going to be called Jon Stark, although I'm still going to call him Jon Snow because Jon Snow sounds badass. It sounds so much better than Jon Stark, if you ask me. So that was a quick recap of Season 6, Episode 2, Home of Game of Thrones. I hope you guys liked it, and if you guys are not watching this show, I highly suggest it because this show is amazing. Peace.